was feeling pretty good, but when I look nuts. Leave me alone. What is it that I'm like, I look crazy? Like, is it actually lit? Ow! Fuck, that hurt. You know, with all due respect to myself, I am doing an oil treatment in my hair, but even for me, this is quite enough. This is quite enough, darling. You know what it always reminds me of? Like that animated little Jack Frost, that like Jack Frost with his hair always like, that's what I always feel like I look like. Okay, anyway, we're moving past it, yeah. How about it? This is my second day of fasting. I always do this to myself. I always have coffee the morning of, and so then it starts then, but I always want to be like, but technically, I haven't eaten food in definitely over 48 hours. I had everything ready to go. I was gonna ease into this fast by starting off with juices and smoothies, and I have everything to be able to juice and to do smoothies. And then just something like in my gut told me yesterday after I had my coffee, start now, just do water. And I mean, I'm not only doing, I guess it's technically still liquids because I'm still drinking tea, which I will probably always do through the entire fasting process. I don't see why I wouldn't allow myself to have tea. I also had some kombucha yesterday, and then I'm probably gonna have a kombucha today. You know, I'm just kind of like tapering it in, but I haven't consumed any food. Easing, I'm allowing myself to ease into it, but it surprisingly has been pretty good. I only just now started to kind of get a tinge of a headache. Nothing that crazy, you know, like honestly, I'm surprised. Because just like I said, I wanted to taper in. I was supposed to stop having processed foods a while ago. And like something kicked in, I feel like 3 days before I knew I was gonna start this. And I was like, what did I get? Cocoa Pebbles. Cocoa Pebbles with oat milk is basically what I had for most meals the past 3 days. That would be like the staple of the circle. Chewy sweet tart bites. I think, what else? Oh, and Annie's organic macaroni and cheese, the like boxed macaroni and cheese, the little shells. Yeah, that was like what I was eating up until I fasted. Like I literally ate Cocoa Krispies for dinner like 2 nights in a row. But obviously it was me like beginning to freak out and kind of, it is the holidays officially kicked off now. This is Thanksgiving Day actually. Today, which I haven't celebrated Thanksgiving in a while. Last year I didn't. I just decided I just don't morally believe in it as a holiday, and like I would rather have the spirit of Thanksgiving year round. Regardless of that, is always gonna make you miss being with family and miss that feeling of home and comfort and love and friends and family. And that's definitely like the opposite of where I'm at right now. Total opposite. For some reason, it's feeling good. And this whole time with the fast, I think the thing I was the most worried about is like, do I pretend it's the holidays, or like pretend? Do I like engage with the holidays? Obviously, no, like I'm not gonna be able to eat or drink anything, like, which this is like a time that's known consumption. Having like drinks and cocktail parties and holiday parties, food, things in general. So no, like I don't think I'll put myself in the position just to be around that. Not that I think that it would tempt me. I just don't think that's like where I'm at right now. I'm trying to really disconnect from that. It's been really surprising to me, like that spirit of the holidays is really still there for me. That spirit of sending out loving vibes, feeling that spirit of like love and camaraderie with the people that are around you, that's been heightened. I think the bigger meaning beyond like all of the hoopla and the gifts and the shiny stuff for me is just like, this is such a season of gratitude and really feeling very anchored in that gratitude right now. The first thing that this fast has given me is just feeling such gratitude to have access to water every time I'm drinking water. That's the only thing I'm consuming other than the tea. Like even the tea now, like when I'm about to have this, it's like a cup of tea hits different to you when that's the only thing that you're consuming. It's like a whole new level of appreciation, especially since it's so cold outside. And it's like, I'm so grateful to have shelter. I'm so grateful to have warmth in these blankets and the clothes that I'm wearing. I'm grateful to be able to turn on the heat. I'm grateful to have love in my life. I'm grateful to feel love. I'm grateful that I'm able to give love to others. These are all things that cost nothing. These are all things that, well, I shouldn't say cost nothing about the water, because that's the thing, is the reason I'm so grateful for it is not everyone has access to the amount of water that I drink. The best water that I drink, and I recommend it to everyone because it's a total game changer. If you let your water in a glass container just cure in either the moonlight or the sunlight and let it absorb that energy and then consume it, it's almost like blessing that water. It's giving it a deeper spiritual connection with the environment, like with our galactic environment, or of the balance of the sun and the moon. It's like giving such a deeper meaning, and it's also giving like a deeper thanks for the water. Like when I drink that water, I feel a deeper level of gratitude because it's almost like it's been blessed. It's giving me just so much gratitude for things on another level. So on that note, cheers. Cheers, cheers, cheers. Whatever beverage you have access to, whatever beverage you're treating yourself to, I hope you allow yourself to just really feel gratitude. I think I may be approaching detox mode, which I know is going to be, it's going to be rough. It's going to be a journey, but there's no way around it. Like I'm ready to get through the detox point just to see what my energy level and what my capabilities are like after I get through that process, just because from everything I've researched, there's like a possibility that I feel like I could just go on as normal, quote unquote. I'm not gonna be running marathons or doing anything crazy. Like just to carry on with life. Like I wasn't sure if I just would want to be like asleep the whole time or where my mindset would be, but like right now, like I said, I just feel so blissed out, and I feel like in gratitude. I've been spiritually, emotionally, physically prepping and been ready for this experience. I'm approaching it from a very different level. I'm not approaching it at all from a weight loss standpoint. Logically, I know that I'll lose weight because I won't be consuming anything. Once I start consuming again, it's like, like I'm not doing this as a weight loss journey. I didn't like take pictures of myself, weigh myself. I haven't weighed myself in years, so like I wouldn't even know. But it's not about that aspect of it. I know that I will have a physical change. The physical changes I'm more tuned into and I'm more wanting to see like after this process is I do struggle. I do have certain health issues that I struggle with. I've been on a very good plane with it. Things have been running fairly smooth, but there's definitely like a few things I'm hoping that at the end of this process that at the very least I see improvement, or I feel a little bit better, or I notice a difference in those areas. Physically, that's really like the biggest thing I'm looking forward to, is any change in my physical symptoms or ailments that I experience. Spiritually, heart space wise, I've just been taking it so slow, so easy. That was really my plan all along for this first week, is just taking it so slow, so easy, allowing healing to happen, welcoming in healing, being receptive, being in a state, being receptive and at calm and at peace and in a good vibration. That's work in and of itself, you know what I mean? And that doesn't just happen. One of the most valuable things that I learned along my research journey, which has been years now, this isn't something I just randomly decided to do, even though it feels like it just like happened. I've been researching fasting for years, and I've been implementing it in my life in different ways for years, so I do have experience with it. But one of the most valuable things I ever learned was that the sensation that we call hunger is actually the yeast and the bacteria in our gut calling out for being fed. It's the yeast and the bacteria that's hungry. Just the visual connection of that, the idea like that's not me, that's like another organism pulling on my insides, saying that it's hungry and that it wants something to be fed. Once I knew this, I did notice that like whenever I would eat things that were, like high in gluten, sugar, if I had a lot of alcohol, that sensation would be a lot stronger and it would come closer together. It's like once you see see past that false narrative of that feeling that you've always had, and you've identified it as you being hungry, when in reality hunger doesn't come for many, many days, and it's experienced as a pain at the roof of the mouth. And it's like a totally different feeling, and most people in the Western world have no concept of what true hunger feels like, myself included. But just knowing that when the little flashes come of like feeling that feeling, I just know that that's what it is it's those bacteria wanting to be fed. The more that I don't feed them, the more that they're just gonna go away. That was really valuable to know. Just the idea of hunger and anxiety, it can mess with you and make you feel like, oh, like, should I be doing this? Because I know all of the steps, I feel like I'm welcoming it in more. Yeah, day 2, feeling blessed, feeling bliss. So this is sort of the beginning. This is the kickoff to my personal gratitude season, and just the fact that I'm fasting this whole season, to me, it just has poetic symmetry. Fasting almost in a penance and an offering to the universe of my gratitude for being alive, for making it this long, for the help of my guides, my ancestors, my loved ones here on this plane, for everything that's gone into my life as a teacher, everything that's laid before me. I just, as an offering, it just feels right to be in a fasting state, feeling love radiating. It feels above me. It's above me. It's above me. Like, I'm sorry, it's above me at this point. It doesn't even feel like something that even if I wanted to eat that I could. This feels like something that I've just been building towards. You know, it's bigger than just my body, just my mind, just my spirit. This is like an all-encompassing, it's for the whole of me. Sending you love, sending you gratitude. Sending you so much love and gratitude. I don't believe in like time and space in the traditional sense. So I just think whenever you're watching this, it's like we're here together. And that's how I choose to think of it. So I hope that you can really feel the love that I'm sending to you. I hope you know how powerful you are and how loved you are and how capable you are on your journey. But I'm just sending you heart beams, love beams, more cheers, more tea. But my dogs are always like looking at me like, who the fuck are you talking to? Isn't he so shady? Like, how could I not be distracted when this is the shade that I'm working with?